feel the heat? Wind up now. You feel the heat? Push back now. You feel the heat? Fetting in the heat. Wait now. You feel the heat? Wait now. You feel the heat? Come up now. You feel the heat? Fetting in the heat.
Let's FuzeVI.com. Listen anywhere, anytime.
That was your winning tune from last year's Soca Monarch. And right now I got in the studio with me the two-time reigning champion, BVI Soca Monarch, going for his three-peat. I think you might be the first one. If you win this year, you might be the first one to get a three-peat in BVI Soca Monarch if you win this year. So please, y'all, help me welcome into the studio your king, Mr. Ramon G, man. Good morning, man. How you doing, man?
Morning, man. We doing good, man. God wake us up this morning with the blessings, and we just gotta be grateful and thankful. So we did work.
Absolutely, man. Man. So how's the season been going for you, man? How the festival been shaping up?
Well, I mean, I excited, and not just for the Soca Monarch. Like, I excited for the whole festival, and the whole cause we have some big acts, like stuff that never been done before.
Yeah.
We trying something new.
Right.
You know what I mean? Giving a whole new look and a new feel to the vibe. So, I excited to see how it pans out, how it plays out. But yeah, man, we ready.
Listen, you are one of the artists here that I genuinely, admire because of the story of you.
Yeah, man.
I think most people know of, basically it's almost like a nothing to something, but you took a negative in your life and you really just channeled it and made it into a positive.
Right.
What was that journey like for you, man?
I mean, it was never easy. I might have make it look easy, but it was never easy, man. It's just a lot of perseverance, a lot of obedience. You have to be obedient. You know what I mean? When God tells you to do something, you must just don't question it. Just go ahead first and dive into it. And when you fight a lot of your blessings, that's when you realize you're not in problems. So my biggest takeaway from it is not to focus on what's going wrong, focus on how to fix it or how to move on. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Don't dwell on what you can't change. Change the things you can. Yeah, man.
Right. Well, let me tell me about how the how the setup with Extreme came along. How was that journey? How did it start at first? And then how has that journey been? Because it seems like Extreme is everywhere. At least once a week you could find them playing somewhere.
Right. Well, Extreme, that started for me back in Christmas 2004, 2005. Like, I've been playing with Extreme from the time I was in high school. So when I was supposed to be in school, I got Anguilla and all over the place jamming music.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Big up to Dorky and Pascal, you know what I mean? Had Zolon at the time, Bandura, you know what I mean? Big up to the original Extreme crew, especially when they came about, But yeah, man, we just try to do what we have to do, keep creating great music, you know what I mean? Stay relevant, keeping people happy. Like the other night we played our all-white party and some of the people were like, yo, I don't owe us nothing. Like they enjoyed the set and thing, and that's what we strive to maintain as a group, out there doing this thing for so many years.
For sure. What inspired you to jump out from behind the drums though?
Well, to be honest, the drums is the last thing. The drums are the last thing I end up playing, to be honest. I actually started back in 2000 flat. So I would have been 23 years if I was singing from then. I into the music from 2000. Before that, but professionally from 2000. But I used to sing, it was me, myself, A+, Gusty, Gus Boss. We had a band called
Gusty,
Fearless
man.
Band. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? So we had a band, Mosiah, big up to Mosiah too. And Roderick, we had a little band named Fearless Band. And my father, rest his soul. He used to always try to give us equipment and whatever we needed extra to what we could have found on our own, he used to help us out with and stuff. And so that's why I started singing in Fearless. And like at the time, we more had like the Friday era was dominant.
Yeah.
So it was more like the hype and it didn't have really too much singing involved in the VI music.
Yep.
So I really more of a singer. So I say, I know I could do the hype thing too, but I like to sing. So I take a back seat. I say, I let a man do the rah-rah thing for now. And then I go and just come back in. So we always do our little zouk song them and thing, and I would sing on them and thing too.
Yeah.
But I went from that. I started doing engineering and stuff. Obviously, that's where you hear the music, the song so good.
Right.
So I started engineering and I played guitar. I played bass. And then afterward, it was like, what? Boy, you don't have no drummers no more. Cause I think Lenny had stopped playing with Imagine at the time. And you had Bradwood used to play with Jam Band.
Right.
You know, and an electric kit. And he stopped as well. So he had a point where all the band them would just have drum machines and the rhythm man, they be back, they punching pads every now and again.
Right.
So I was like, man, I say, man, I don't do everything else in the band. Let me go play some drums, man.
Okay.
So big up to Lincoln Ward for taking all the noise in the air, you know what I mean? Don't give me
Oh, gosh.
We used to practice outside of his dorm room, you know? And yeah, so from then it was just that. So I always was a drummer from in school, but I never really sat on a drum set until I started getting involved in Rising Stars and the Steel Band and thing, and they realized that I had it. So they were like, listen, we need to put you to use. So from then, so it's over 20 years I actually beating drums. My hands have a lot of mileage on them.
That's great. Nah, for sure. And you one of them drummers who get into it, you know. Between you and my boy Tafari, you can't leave the venue in the shutter. You start in, you know.
No, that's a safety mechanism to make sure that we go put it down when we done.
Yeah.
Cause we just sweat it out, man. Man.
I realize,
man, for real.
I realize,
For
for
real.
So come on, let's dive into that. Now, this year I was chatting it recently and I realized, aside from the COVID years, this is basically the 10th anniversary of Soca Champ.
For real.
You know, and I think you correct me if I'm wrong. What I don't know if 2019 was your first attempt.
Yeah, that was the first one.
That was the first year.
That was the first one.
Well, take us down memory lane a little bit, man. What was that like? 'Cause I was not. That was the 65th, and I was not here for that.
No,
so
you wasn't here.
So yeah.
I was looking forward to you being here when you were here.
By everybody. I done get buff. I done get buff a lot when I don't show up to thing. You know. Y'all don't understand. People to be down when where you to be? Why you not? This ain't about me.
Yeah,
it's about Ramon right now.
Tell you.
All right. So paint a picture for me. Take me there. What was that first competition like?
That was really exciting for me, you know, and it was kind of exciting and emotional at the same time because this is what my father used to do. I watched my father compete in the thing, and he actually win a few times in the Calypso King St. Thomas, the Calypso Monarch in St. Thomas and thing. And you know, it was a very special experience for me because it's like, okay, I've been doing music all the time. Like, I have my hand in so much different projects that you guys wouldn't believe. Like, if I have to start pulling them out, they'd be like, but this man here all the time. But, you know, a lot of production, writing, all kind of stuff, and collaborations as well. But it was very emotional for me on a nice standpoint because, you know, it was time to, listen, it's time to give these people every essence of my soul. Like, when you guys listen to my music, that's soul music. I give you feeling. Like, that's the very essence of me at that time. Every year I'm going to come and give you something new because I was the kind of man that when I'm feeling something and I decide to start writing, this is a feeling that you're going to experience from what I'm doing, you know?
Yeah.
And 2019 was very, very, very special to me because, I mean, that was my welcome home party, to be honest. I've been out the thing for a while, and to come back home and be able to be around all the guys, you know, you had Pascal, you had JJ, you had TJ, you know, yourself was supposed to be here. We ain't gonna go around there again. You know what I mean? Just to be around the guys, man, we come up together playing this, doing this music and representing the country, both sides, USVI and BVI. You know what I mean? For so much years, and I feel good to be between everybody, back with Docky them, you know, back with Bass. You know, at that time I was actually helping out with Showtime as well. And we went a road march. So that same year I get a Soca Monarch and a road march.
Nice.
So I get to experience everything. Like, it was just going crazy, and it was very special to me because, like, to be able to do that in honor of my father, like, that was the first one. And I make sure it was for him, you know. And I say, you know what, our soca music in the VA, we need to, like, start taking it to a new level. And I'm very happy to see that the work ethic and thing that I put in have the artists, like, stepping up as well. You know, I ain't 100% responsible for it, but I will take my little bit, you know, and I continue to push myself as well. You know, because I want to see the artists in the VA start to get more recognition for the influence that we actually have on the music right now. You know, a lot of these bigger artists right now, they're fishing for our VA song.
Definitely.
You know, and I appreciate it because I work with some of the bigger ones, and they literally like, gee, we try and get this song, like, you know, and I appreciate that because it's our time coming, you know.
Definitely.
The threshold has been broken, and it's being recognized. It is coming, so I want all the VA artists, including myself, yourself, all of us, like, together, collectively, continue to pour great music, great ideas, creativeness, and just go for it, man. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, that was my whole mission with my first Soca Monarch appearance.
Nice. And now, obviously, coming back after, what was it, almost 3 years after the pandemic, coming back to defend your crown last year with the song we just played, Mass Intention. What were the feelings then, you know?
I mean, that was so Mass Intentions. I think I said it in a prayer interview before. It was, I read that song in 2016, you know.
Wow.
But I never get finished because the story wasn't told.
True.
The story was fulfilled with COVID.
Ah.
COVID gave me the last verse of that song. So it's like, you know, that song was basically telling you, like, appreciate what we have when we don't have it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You never appreciate the water until the one run dry. And we couldn't fete, we couldn't party, you know, we were taking with little teeth here and there, you know what I mean? But it was special because the whole world realized that the way that we were living all the time, that we keep taking it for granted, it's time to just free up and enjoy it and embrace it and be who we are, you know what I mean?
True.
So that was what our song was about, just Mass Intentions. We have intentions to play mass everywhere. And it happened in this year because we don't have no more COVID protocols.
None.
We could travel where we want.
Yep.
You're having fest and everywhere.
Listen.
So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. So Mass Intentions still running it right now. That's the intention right now for everybody.
Of course.
Yeah,
And now you're coming back to defend your title and hopefully take the three-peat. We can say that. We can save that one for after the competition.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
You might be the force, you know.
That's
But
right.
tell us, listen, it done hot outside, Ramon.
Yeah.
And then you bring a tune called Heat Wave.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this song and how it come about.
Oh
then.
man. So I was I had a charter that day. So I went down to get a boat ready and stuff, and I was just there and I was like, boy, what a hot boy. So I was watching the weather. I have this app on my phone and it come up a notification saying that we're gonna have a heat wave for the next couple of months.
Uh-huh.
So I went down and I watched the newscast, the meteorologist, and he was like, he don't understand, but we're gonna have a heat wave for all these months. And I say, I could literally feel it, you know. So I say, boy, okay, you feel the heat? All right, cool, we're gonna write that song. Thanks. I say, thanks. Let's go.
So thanks to the weatherman.
Yeah, man.
Which one? Our weatherman or?
No, that was on YouTube.
Man.
But the song, that's what triggered the idea.
Right.
But you know, after that, like I realized, so after that we had St. Thomas Carnival, we had even from St. Croix. Like the festival committees have been putting out very, very good lineups, very good collaborations with different entities to get these things to a certain standard, and I applaud all of them, including the BVI festival and fairs. Like what I've seen so far is very impressive. I would like to see it play out to its greatest ability. Like we've been showing the world that we come with a lot of heat.
Of course.
So that's where that come from. We causing a heat wave all on the road when the parade come down. I know extravaganza ready, bigging up the extravaganza massive.
Wow.
You don't know. One time, you don't know treasures. Everybody, man. Look, I ready to see vibe on the road, extreme on the road, euphoric on everybody. Like we need to come out this year and just fet wholeheartedly. This is what heat wave is all about. You know what I mean? We're going to make it even hotter out there. We want to water at all. Rum alone.
Rum alone himself. Lad, I gotta go and sort out my gas tanks. So
No. We're going to make sure keep that sunset. Yeah.
No, ain't the sunset you gotta keep away from me. It's the Vinci people and them you gotta keep away from.
Taz, if you're listening, Dre, if I listening, keep this sun. Let me make sure you ain't got none of that.
Keep the Vinci people and them away from me. That's who you gotta keep. Because them tried to catch me last Juve.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Boy,
It hard out there. But it's not about me. You keep bringing it back to me. It's about you. So let you introduce this song. It's a play of the day. So you go right ahead. Introduce the people. Tell them to get familiar.
You feel the heat? Listen, this is Heat Wave by yours truly, Ramon G, man, 2023. Soca Monarch entry. You don't know, man. They said this one's special to me. So make it yours. Let me go.
You feel the heat? Wait up now. You feel the heat? Push back now. You feel the heat? Fetting in a heat wave.